በመቀጠል ፓርሰቨልስ አይደንቲቲ እናያለን። let f of x be a periodic function with p is equal to 2l. Then Parseval's identity formula is given by 1 over L, the integral from minus L to L of f of x the whole square dx, which is equal to a naught square over 2 plus summation of n square plus bn square, n starting from 1 to infinity. ስለዚህ ፓርሰቨልስ አይደንቲቲ ብዙ ጊዜ የሚጠቅመን ምንድን ነው? ሳሞችን ዲዲዩስ ለማድረግ ነው። ብዙ ሳሞችን በፓርሰቨልስ አይደንቲቲ ዲዲዩስ ማድረግ እንችላለን። ስለዚህ as an example summation of 1 over n the power of 4 converge ሲያደርግ ምን እንደሚመጣ እኒህ we know that f of x is an even function. ስለዚህ automatically bn 0 እንደሆነ አወቅን ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ a naught መጀመሪያ ካልኩሌት እናደርጋለን, which is 2 over L, the integral from 0 to L of f of x dx. This is equal to, ያው ኢንተርቫላችን from minus pi to pi ስለሆነ p is equal to 2 pi, which implies that L is equal to pi. ስለዚህ 2 over pi integral from 0 to pi of f of x, which is x square dx. ይህንን ኢቫሉዌት ስናደርግ ፋይናል አንሰራችን 2 pi square over 3 ይመጣል። ስለዚህ ይህንንም ሲሚላርሊ 2 over pi integral from 0 to pi of f of x, which is x square cos of nx. ይሄኛውን ኢንተግሬሽን ባይ ፓርት ተጠቅመን ሁለቴ ኢንተግሬት እናደርገዋለን። then finally መልሳችን ምን ይሆናል? 4 times minus 1 the power of n over n square ይሆናል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ summation of 1 over n the power of 4 ለማግኘት ምንድነው የምናደርገው? ፓርሰቨልስ አይደንቲቲ እንጠቀማለን። which has the formula of 1 over L integral of minus L to L f of x the whole square with respect to x is equal to a naught square over 2 plus summation of n square plus bn square. እዚህ ጋር bn 0 ነው ብለናል because f of x is even. this implies that l is equal to pi. ስለዚህ ያው half ስለሆነ bn 0 ስለሆነ 2 over pi integral from 0 to pi ማለት እንችላለን of f of x the whole square ማለት x to the power of 4 dx. a naught square over 2 ማለት it's 2 pi square over 9. I mean 2 pi the power of 4 over 9 plus summation of n square ማለት 16 over n the power of 4 ይሆናል ማለት n starting from 1 to infinity. ይህንን ኢቫሉዌት ስናደርገው 8 over 45 pi the power of 4 is equal to 16 times summation of 1 over n the power of 4 and starting from 1 to infinity. ስለዚህ ይህንን ሲምፕሊፋይ ስናደርገው finally by 8 1 by 8 2 times 45 is 90. ስለዚህ this implies that summation of 1 over n the power of 4 and starting from 1 to infinity when it converges is equal to pi the power of 4 over 90. በመቀጠል ፎሪየር ኢንተግራልስ እናያለን። the Fourier integral of a function is given by the integral of the following expression with respect to omega. እዚህ ጋር ፎሪየር ኢንተግራሉ ስንገልጸው the integral must be written in terms of omega, where a omega and b omega are known as the Fourier integral coefficients. ስለዚህ እነዚህ ኢቫሉዌት የምናደርጋቸው ተርሞች ናቸው። ስለዚህ a omega evaluated by using this formula and b omega evaluated by using this formula ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ as an example find the Fourier integral of f of x, which is a piecewise function where 1 is f of x is equal to 1 when x is between minus 1 and 1, and f of x is equal to 0 when x is greater than 1 or x is less than minus 1, and show that the integral from 0 to infinity of sin x over x with respect to x is ፓይ ኦቨር 2። ስለዚህ ወደ ሶሉሽናችን ስንሄድ ኤፍ ኦፍ ኤክስን ሪራይት ስናደርገው ኤፍ ኦፍ ኤክስ ኢኳል ቱ 1 when x is between -1 and 1 and f of x is equal to 0 when x is greater than 1 or when x is less than -1። መጀመሪያ ኤ ኦሜጋን ኢቫሉዌት እናደርጋለን which is given by 1 over pi integral from -infinity to infinity of f of w cos of wx with respect to x. So this is equal to 1 over pi into at x is equal to 1 and -1 discontinuity ስላለ እንከፋፍለዋለን ኢንተግራላችንን። ስለዚህ the integral from infinity up to -1 which is 0 cos omega x, then the integral from -1 to 1 times cos omega x, the integral from 1 to infinity cos times 0 ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ይህንን ኢቫሉዌት ስናደርግ ፋይናሊ ሲሚላርሊ ደግሞ ቢ ኦሜጋን ኢቫሉዌት እናደርጋለን which is equal to 1 over pi the integral from -infinity up to infinity of f of w sin wx dx ይሆናል ማለት ነው። እዚህ ጋር at x is equal to 1 ዲስኮንቲኒቲ ስላለ ድጋሜ በየኢንተርቫሉ እንጽፈዋለን ማለት ነው። ፋይናሊ ኢንተግራላችን it's minus cos omega x over omega. When we evaluate it from 1 up to -1 it's equal to 0. ስለዚህ finally the Fourier integral of the given function f of x is written as the integral from 0 up to infinity a omega is equal to 2 sin omega over omega pi times cos omega x with respect to omega. The Fourier integral of the function f of x is, this is the same as saying f of x is equal to 2 over pi integral from 0 to infinity of sin omega over omega times cos of omega x with respect to omega. So let's consider the function at x is equal to 0. This implies that f of 0 is equal to 2 over pi integral of sin omega over omega, because 0 is 1 with respect to omega. F of 0 from the piecewise function given above is equal to 1, is equal to 2 over pi integral from 0 to infinity of sin omega over omega. ስለዚህ ይህንን ሪአሬንጅ ስናደርገው the integral from 0 to infinity of sin omega over omega is equal to pi over 2. ስለዚህ ኦሜጋን በኤክስ ሪፕሌስ ብናደርገው this implies that the integral from 0 to infinity of sin x over x with respect to x is equal to pi over 2 ወይም ኢምፕሮፐር ኢንተግራሉ ኮንቨርጅ ያደርጋል።